I am promoting obesity.
Your parents failed. I mean, it really is just that simple. You are on TikTok promoting obesity. That is not something that anybody who is raised remotely properly ends up doing. You can be raised good and end up picking up elephant poop at the zoo for a living. You cannot be raised good and then promote obesity on TikTok. Just doesn't work. So yes, if it wasn't obvious from that clip, today we are going to be looking at some TikTokers promoting obesity and very unhealthy lifestyles. So yeah, leave a like on this video if you don't want to obtain a weight that when dropped into the ocean would create a tsunami. And yeah, let's get into watching these TikToks.
If promoting obesity is what it takes to make other fat people feel hot, obviously I'm gonna do that. So yes, I am promoting obesity. Stay mad. Thank you so much.
Except nobody ever said that. Nobody ever said that you have to promote obesity to make obese people feel attractive. How about you can tell an obese person, hey, I find you attractive, but you still face a much higher risk to develop heart disease. And you walk slow. Like, it's not that hard. It really is not that hard.
My page is a fat space. It's a fat acceptance space. It's a body positive space. It's a fat liberation space. It's a body politics. It's an anti-diet culture space.
Holy, oh my god. This person can make all of these labels for their little online space, but can't enter one space in real life that's called a gym. It's like insane. This is a body positive, fat liberation, fat pride, non-skinny space online. Like, my sister in Christ, I think it's time for you to maybe get offline.
It's not a let the fat person talk and then every thin person needs to chime in and give me their unwanted situation about whatever I'm talking about. Because that's not how you be a good ally. And
yeah, dude, as a fat ally, I stand up against the hatred. Well, I sit down against the hatred that fat people are getting on a day-to-day basis. No, but jokes aside, it's like, I feel like the average person isn't really thinking in their head when they're interacting with a fat person, like, oh my god, this person is so large and gross. Ew, they're horizontally challenged. I feel like we're just kind of like, okay, this is another person that I'm talking to. I'm gonna behave the same way I always do. I have plenty of fat friends. I don't consider myself a fat ally. If anything, I'm an op. I'm a fat op. Not because I hate fat people or anything. I love my fat people, but just like, when I see stuff like this, it's just like, no thank you. I'm not an ally. I'm actually against this. And I feel like the average fat person is against this too. Like, I get comments on videos that I make that are similar to this, and I'll get comments from people that say, oh yeah, as a fat person, these people kind of scare me. And it's like, well shit, I mean, if that's even true, it's like, you know you've made a mistake.
Boo! Bricks, bricks, bricks. I'm throwing bricks.
So you were told by a professional that you should seek help and you throw bricks at them with your TikTok sound? Okay, yeah, that's a measured response.
This is a public service announcement for all of my ladies out
Oh, little correction there. Ladies and thems. You know, we can't forget the thems. What?
there. This summer, we will not be putting up with unappreciative men in our lives.
Okay, I'm not going to show the rest of the TikTok because it's somewhat disturbing. We have this woman pretty much flaunting her half-naked body on the camera and acting like she is beautiful, which it's just like, no, I'm just not really feeling that. No thanks.
A really common thing I get is that fat phobia is not oppression because fat people can just lose weight.
Okay, so this is a literal fact. Let's see how she responds.
First of all, if in your mind you refuse to recognize the subhuman treatment of a group of people because you expect them to drastically alter their body, you're a terrible human being.
Okay, shut your mouth. Just shut your mouth. Telling somebody to hit the treadmill is not dehumanizing. You're telling somebody to drastically alter their body. Yes, and what about it? Literally, what about it? They will thank me once they become ripped. Very simple. Actually, no. Even better. They'll thank me once they're not dying of clogged arteries. Like,
Get away from me. Secondly, more and more research is coming out.
oh, of course, more research that's coming out. The research is coming out, guys. You're just gonna have to wait a bit. Yeah, well, in the meantime, while you're waiting for your new research, I'm gonna go off the hundreds of thousands of years that suggests that working out is probably good for you, or exercise in general is good for you.
Showing that fat people who do attempt to lose weight become vulnerable to other health conditions, including but not limited to an eating disorder.
Okay, well, excess eating is also an eating disorder. Binge eating is also an eating disorder. Like, are you really worried about eating disorders, or do you just not want to lose weight? Like, let's just be honest. It doesn't seem like you're equally concerned about one eating disorder opposed to another.
Not to mention all of the fat people with chronic illnesses and disabilities who physically can't lose weight. Or even just the fat people who don't want to lose weight. Has it ever occurred to you that while some people are naturally thin, there are some people who are just naturally fat? Weight loss is not a requirement for being treated like a human being, and you will never convince me otherwise.
How on earth is telling somebody that they need to lose weight for their health not treating them like a human? People don't even know what that means. They just literally say that as a throwaway. You're not treating me like a human. It's like, dude, I treat my window like a window. I treat humans like a human. I don't know how to treat humans not like a human. Like, I just don't even know what that even means. And if your point by saying that is that you should be treating humans with kindness and decency, I totally agree, like 100%. That's why I think it would be unkind to allow people to literally eat themselves to death. Of course, non-stop name-calling, pointing, and laughing is never good, like you don't want that, but I feel like we're so far beyond that we're actually in the other direction, to the point where it's just like not healthy.
If a fat person tells you that fat people are oppressed and your response is, well, I have insecurities too, there's a problem. One is an individual experience and the other is systematic oppression.
Dude, how are you real? Like, I almost feel like by entertaining these people, I'm doing a disservice to normal people by platforming these ideas, but at the same time, they're so ridiculous that it's just funny to talk about and I get free content.
And if you don't believe that fat people are oppressed, it's probably because you've never been fat enough to be oppressed by fat oppression.
This is only happening in America. No other place in the world is this happening.
What I eat in a day is a fat bitch who very controversially doesn't give a fuck that she's fat. For breakfast, I just had a Red Bull while I was getting my nails done. And then for dinner, I went to Walk and Go. And that was the best Walk and Go I've ever had, you know. It was just so perfect. And then I had like half this donut. I didn't really like it that much. I thought it tasted a bit like Calpol. I had myself a little hot chocolate from Costa and a Fanta because I was in there for literally about 2 hours. And then for tea, we went to Pizza Express where we got calamari, we got the dough balls. I just got a margherita pizza as well. And then obviously I finished my long day off with a nice big fat cup of tea.
Hey, I really don't know what she was saying, but I think I got the gist of it. She was just showing what she eats throughout the day. I mean, hey, listen, like, that all looks like pretty good food. I'm not even gonna fault you for that. All I know is that for me personally, after eating all of that and having that in my system, I feel like I would want to go on a jog or something, you know, just try to maybe get those empty calories out my system. But again, I mean, I like this TikTok more than the others because it's really not trying to push some, like, stupid message. It's literally just showing what she eats throughout the day. So, hey, I guess, like, no harm. This is probably, like, the least bad one.
Every year, fat phobia becomes less and less acceptable. So in about 10 or 15 years, I don't want to see y'all pretending like you didn't enjoy and engage in fatphobic content.
Oh, don't worry, I most certainly won't. 10-15 years later, I'll still be holding the same dank position. People like this are the reason that GigaChad memes and GigaChad edits have become so popular, where it's just like, you know, funk music to some guy flexing, and the caption is just like, yes, I am fatphobic. It's because of this stuff, dude. Anyways, that's where I'm going to wrap it up for today. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Comment down pizzeria if you made it to the end of the video, and I'll try to heart your comment. Big thanks to all of my channel members. As always, you guys rock. Follow my social medias. Links are all down below, and I'll catch y'all later. Peace.